Guys, I'd be lying to you if I said that Kamala Harris has. Fuck. I can't even speak English anymore. Guys, Kamala Harris has been slipping in the polls pretty significantly recently. It's not been looking particularly good. There have been several missteps, I think, in her campaign, and Trump has been seizing on a wealth of momentum. Um, you could point to a number of things. There's been escalations in the Middle East. There have been. Fuck. God damn it. Guys, I am fairly certain at this point that I have a prediction. Um, and I'm going to back it up a little bit, but I would be lying if I say Kamala Harris wasn't doing. God, I don't even know how to say that. Guys, Kamala Harris has been struggling as of late. There has been a shift in the election to sort of do a quick recap. Stick with me because I do have some good news at the end I think you would like to hear. So going back into history, recent history, we have Biden withdrawing, Kamala Harris steps up. Instantly a bump, but still somewhat behind in the polls. And then she has a pretty immense start to her campaign, seizes a bunch of momentum, surges, comes very, very close, and then ends up passing Donald Trump. This is in the battleground states. Remember, we had written this election off. It looked like Biden was going to evidently lose. And then we got to a place where it looked like Kamala Harris was surging and pulling away with it. Um, Her momentum definitely died down. There were some disruptions in the Middle East, war breaking out, all hell breaking loose, right, with Israel and Iran. A lot of uncertainty. Trump doing a big media blitz on economics and his several of his failed policies that we can get into in a different video. But really the perception shifting drastically. Kamala Harris went with a lean to the center or really lean into the Dick Cheney, endorsement kind of campaign, and that seems to not be working as Donald Trump has opened up his largest lead since the beginning of this Kamala Harris-Trump race. And right on the eve of the election, we are about 2 weeks out now. This is absolutely devastating for Kamala Harris. But I am going to predict that this is the largest gap that you are going to see between Trump and Kamala Harris in the battleground states, and that the result on election day will not look like this in the polling and in the real results. So you go into all seven of the battleground states, and you have red across the board, Kamala Harris giving up her lead there in Nevada, Wisconsin, and Michigan, which she was leading in previously, and even Pennsylvania as well. And now she has given all of those leads back. However, guys, there has been a shift in the race, and it just happened in the last few days. And it might have just happened, believe it or not, with this Fox News interview. If you guys haven't watched that, you can go ahead and watch it. It wasn't a perfect interview by any stretch of the imagination, but it was powerful. It was confident. Kamala Harris did not get there were gotcha attempts, but she didn't fall for them necessarily. And she was able to power her way through that and make Brett Baer not look silly, but she basically shut him down in every instance and left him sort of scrambling and defeated at the end of the day. So Kamala Harris, happy with the interview. She's been getting relatively positive press. Number one for going on and doing an interview like this, contentious as it was, um, and for doing a pretty fairly solid job. She was aggressive, she was concise, she was hard hitting, and she pointed out something that is getting a lot of coverage right now in the national spotlight, that Trump keeps going with this Nazi-esque, and I don't use that line lightly, line of Democrats and others being the enemies from within. And guys, this is similar language that is and was used during that Third Reich regime, and I'm not saying Trump is going to do things on the scale of Nazis and Hitler. I'm not saying that he is Hitler or any of those things. I'm saying the language that you use here is scary, it's real, it has historical precedent, and people don't like it. Normal Americans don't like it. Independents don't like it. And it gives Kamala Harris an opening, presenting her powerful argument on Fox News, reaching out to that sliver of voters in the middle and on the reasonable right, quote unquote, and giving her an opportunity to come in and really surge and stop the bleeding, stem the bleeding here, turn it around, and take the lead. So again, I'm predicting that this is the worst it's going to get for Kamala. And moving forward, I think she's actually starting to catch her stride and coming into her own, and just at the right moment once again. And here's just one more example from a rally today where she just doesn't miss a beat and again is going viral for this moment.
Ended. Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally. No, I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street.
Absolutely devastating. Elbow dropped on just get him out of here. No, I'm kidding. She didn't say that. But yeah, guys, so she feels swaggy. I mean, she feels good. She's getting her stride a little bit. She's come clapping back at the hecklers and then dropping a bomb on Trump's head metaphorically. In calling his rallies tiny again. Look for a response from Trump that's absolutely unhinged. Again, just another way to trigger him and get him spiraling more and more. Trump's had several other strange and contentious interviews recently that there was a Univision one where he was horrifying the crowd with his answers on January 6th. He said it was like a day of love. Um, and guys, I'm telling you, again, I know it looks bad, but look for this momentum to stop here and hold me to this, right? Go back and look, a week from now, 2 weeks from now, where this polling is. I don't know if necessarily Kamala is going to be able to pull ahead here, but she's going to tighten this up heading into the election. Expect that, believe that. My hair is an absolute mess, and I'll see you guys in a week or two when we can check in on this particular video and see if I was absolutely right or terribly wrong. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.